Nick, Oregon is through that initial gauntlet that we were talking about all offseason. This month of October was going to be very difficult. Now like you said, you look into November and Oregon's going to come back home for a little bit, right? But looking back a couple weeks ago to that loss to Washington, like you characterized it, a heartbreaker. Now that push to the Pac-12 championship game begins. Just kind of talk to us about the month of November and what the Ducks expect out of it.
Well, they're hungry. I mean, sometimes you need a loss to kind of reset everything and move forward. So they get Cal at home. They get USC at home. Those two teams just put up like a combined 100 points, if I remember correctly. So, those teams are kind of doing that. They do have to go to Arizona State, and they'll face former offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham. That obviously, it's always kind of tough to play in the desert. And then you've got the game against Oregon State. I really think now with Utah being out of it, this really is a 3-team race to go to Vegas. Obviously, Washington right now has the inside track. Oregon, if Oregon State can get through Arizona, they too will lead into November with just one loss. And who knows, Oregon State may crack the top 10 depending on, we saw Oklahoma lose. So you just think things are going to start to move in. I mean, last year's game featured two teams, with Oregon and Oregon State. This year, it may actually be better, but we got to get there. We got a couple more weeks to go there. But again, Oregon gets 3 out of 4 to finish the regular season at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Nick Orsini, coverage sponsored by Kendall Subaru. Great job as always, sir. You get to be at home next week. Doubt College Game Day is going to be there, but
they've been following Nick around.
He got to see 2 of those.
He did.
So he's not going to be great.
His good personal friend, Reese Davis.